Hello, I'm George Labovitz. I spent a lot of my life working in a lot of different organizations in the area of quality improvement. There's absolutely no doubt that that area is a very important topic today. People at every level have come to appreciate that without quality, organizations simply can't survive. In fact, one chief executive officer wrote that if you don't worry about quality, it's tantamount to corporate suicide. I think everyone appreciates that it's very important, but few people really know how to make it happen. Another chief executive decided that the way he would make it happen in his company was to make a movie. He spent $200,000 making a movie in which he looked right into the camera and he told everyone, "You must improve quality or I will kill you." And nothing happened. How do you operationalize quality? How do you make it part of the everyday activities of everyone in your organization? That's what quality action teams is all about. Quality improvement takes place when teams of people, teams at every level, management, employees, cross-functional project teams come together to work on and to eliminate quality problems. But to do that, they need a common language. They need a common set of tools. They've got to be able to communicate and apply those tools to whatever problem that they're working on. You can't play basketball unless people know the rules. When I was in the Air Force, I used to fly airplanes for a living, and I was always impressed with the fact that wherever I went, I could get into the left seat of the airplane that I was authorized to fly. Some stranger could get into the right seat, another stranger could get into the back seat, and the three of us could take that aircraft off and fly it anywhere in the world, simply because we all had the same training. That's what our process is all about. Often teams have problems identifying which problem to work on. That's usually where they go astray. So we begin our process by focusing on problems, helping people identify what's the right problem to work on. Then we're able to gather data and analyze what's causing that problem so you can rip it apart. Then you can develop solutions, implementation plans, and execute those plans to improve quality. Let's take a look at a team of people who've mastered the process and are able to apply the skills and tools contained in the program.
Hi, Ralph. Glad you could join us.
Thanks, Dave.
Does everyone here know Ralph? Sure.
Hi, Ralph. I'm Bob. Nice to meet you.
Same here.
Ralph is going to be a part of our team on the next project.
Great.
And I thought it would be helpful to fill him in on our experience with the billing system problem. You know, give him a sense of what we went through and how the team worked together.
Yeah, I understand you came up with a real breakthrough, huh?
Well, it's funny, but once we focused ourselves in on the real problem, it was kind of a logical process. I mean, by the time we developed the solution, it just seemed obvious.
Oh, come now, Kathy. I can remember a time where it didn't seem all that obvious.
No, but I know what Kathy means. With quality improvement, you usually get this vague thing where everybody says the right things and nothing ever gets done. This was different.
Exactly. You know, to me, the real breakthrough happened long before we ever talked about solutions.
What do you mean?
Well, after we focused in on the problem with the billing system, we had this kind of computer war going on between finance and customer service. But after we defined the real problem, our next step was to analyze some of the data.
Tell them about the flat Pareto. Boy, that was a waste.
But at least we learned something from that.
Well, you had a parade?
No, a Pareto diagram comparing peak service periods with scheduled billing runs.
Remember that first fishbone?
Oh, boy.
Must have been quite a fishbone, huh?
You know, I think the big breakthrough is getting us all just to sit out in the same room together.
Right, with everyone focused on the same problem.
You know, that's why, though, that this didn't result in just a lot of talk. See, we were able to develop a plan which took into account all of our different areas and get the support needed to execute the plan. You know, only with a team like this could you accomplish that.
Of course, there was a lot more to it than that. I mean, a lot happened between development and execution. Any questions, Ralph?
No. Well, actually, what do you analyze with a fishbone now? Or was it the Pareto? Did you?
Well, first you take a reflection.
They shared a common set of tools and a common knowledge about how to apply those tools in a logical process of problem solving. It's kind of like building a house. You always start with the same process, which includes a foundation, and then you work your way up to a roof. and there's usually a box of tools to help carpenters follow that process. You'll acquire the tools and the knowledge of the process by being led by a leader who's very familiar with the content of the program. Your organization has already provided systematic support, organizational support, for all of this activity so that you don't reinvent the wheel. Videotapes and books are available for you, and you'll soon become very comfortable in using these tools. You can use the tools to solve problems so that they stay solved, to improve the general level of quality or performance on an issue that you're trying to work on, or better yet, prevent a problem from ever happening in the first place. Quality Action Teams presupposes that the ultimate quality expert in your organization is you, the teams of people watching this videotape, that you know more about what you do than anyone else, and given a set of skills and permission to apply those skills to work on quality problems, you can improve quality better than anyone else. There are a number of benefits to be achieved, both to the individuals, the teams, and the organizations that get involved in Quality Action Teams. What are some of those benefits? Let's hear from some folks who've been through the process.
In the past, I've made decisions and have tried to implement them, and since they've only been my decision, not everyone has bought into that. I know that the people who work with me know that there are problems. They probably know the problems better than I do and know them from a different perspective. If they have a chance to work on them and solve them, then the solution is from them. It's something that they can work with, and it's something that they've put effort into, so it will matter to them.
But I have to say that there's more to being a participative manager than just being participative. It has to be received. And in receiving participation, people need tools to work with. And these programs provide those tools. They teach people how to do the analysis necessary to solve their own problems, and teaches them the group dynamics to work together to solve problems without the infighting and the backbiting that may happen in other situations.
And now, when I come into work in the morning, I know, as a team leader and member, that we can go in, and we do have a problem, they will listen to us, they'll come down and help us solve the problem. We can go any place, and we are being heard now. We never were before, but right now we are being heard.
This system also forces top management to share information. Employees can't solve problems unless they have information. And so they would come to us and say, in order for me to solve this problem, I need to know this, this, and this. And so we're beginning to share more information and understanding better what it is they need to know in order to do their jobs. So it's opened up communication as well in the organization. I think that's important.
I have people come to me all the time when I'm walking the floor of our organization or out just talking to people on the street, thrilled to be part of these groups and excited as they can be over it.
Their enthusiasm was real because the benefits were real. Obviously, something had happened there. They're now able to work on problems that they never could have worked on before and prevent them from happening. I think you can look at Quality Action Teams as the ultimate customer relations program. Instead of training people to apologize for inadequate service or products, we're now inviting everyone in your organization, training everyone to make all of your products and services the very best they can possibly be. Every team can become a Quality Action Team.